Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I am back with another reading. So today's reading is going to be another subscriber request couples reading. This is going to be on Mandeecees and Yandy from Love and Hip Hop. So Yandy has been one of the OGs, I guess you would say, on Love and Hip Hop. She appeared in Love and Hip Hop New York, who is also produced and owned by what's her name? Haitian lady. Mona Scott Young. Okay, so this is a reading on Mandeecees and Yandy. So Mona Scott Young is the one that I guess like owns the Love and Hip Hop franchise. Like that's her, that's her business. She's the producer and all of that. And Yandy appeared as the manager to Jim Jones way back when. I think it was maybe like 10 years, if not 10 plus years ago. So she has continued to stay on Love and Hip Hop. She's appeared on many of the seasons, okay? And she introduced her now husband, Mandeecees, to the Love and Hip Hop franchise. And of course, it was a lot of mess. A lot of things have been going on. She has been, the topic of discussion. Her and her husband and their marriage have been a topic of discussion. And I will reserve my opinions for the end, but I do want to tap into the energies of love and see what's going on, what divine messages we have for her. And of course, I say this with all due respect. I do not know any of these people personally. I'm not affiliated with Hollywood. I'm not affiliated with anyone from the Love and Hip Hop franchise, you guys. So everything that I am saying is allegedly. Okay, I don't know these people, nor do they know me. All right, so I'm going to jump right into their love reading. This reading is going to be focusing on love. I'm not really going to do too much on their career, but because, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen that Mandeecees and Yandy's viral clip. It's been everywhere on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Like, I've seen it multiple places, so I definitely wanted to tap into the energy. So to the subscriber that requested this reading, shout out to you, and here it is. All right, so for Yandy and Mandeecees reading, I'm going to be using the Lover's Oracle. And I'm going to use the Romance Angels, okay, obviously because this is a love reading. And I also have, for clarifiers, I have the Angel Answers Oracle deck, okay? So if I have any yes or no questions, or if I just feel called to pull some clarifiers, I'll use that. And I have the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, okay? So let's get right into Mandeecees and Yandy's reading. So I'm going to start off with the Romance Angels, okay? So let's get right into it. Ask the creator all there is to protect me as I channel this message. May the messages be precise and accurate. May it reach the eyes and ears that need to hear and see this in divine timing. We return any evil, dark deeds, any negative energy, we return to sender. Thus say I, and so it is. Protect myself as well as the audience. Give me a clear and precise, accurate message when it comes to Yandy and Mandeecees. Okay, so let's get right into it, y'all. Okay, I'm getting to keep shuffling. Okay, when it comes to Yandy and Mandeecees, and of course, my intention, honestly, of course, I'm nosy. So very transparent in that way. I'm nosy, of course, However, I want women and men to learn from Yandy and Mandeecees' success and their mistakes, okay? One being that, having your marriage open to the public, you are open to public scrutiny, you are open to the public being completely wrong about your marriage. So just give me a clear message for my audience, anything that they need to be aware of when it comes to Yandy and Mandeecees. And of course, something that is relatable that we can all apply to our own personal lives and our relationships, whether we're coupled or single. What to do and what not to do, okay? All right. 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 Okay, when it comes to Yandy and Mandeecees, what is it that we need to be aware of? And again, like this video if you want to see more content like this. Like the video, subscribe to the channel to see more content like this, and hit the notification bell so you can know when I upload new videos as well as when I go live. I also post the links to my videos in my community tab. All right, so if you're having a hard time finding me, it's Lady Millionaire Miss. Okay, Lady Millionaire Miss. The MRS is at the end. And welcome to the channel if you're new to the channel. And if you're just watching, thank you so much for watching. All right, so the first card that came out is Healing Family Issues. All right, so I do feel like, Yandy and Mandeecees, they do share children together. So I do feel like children are a very big factor in their marriage right now with healing family issues. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So there could be something going on with like the children that are in, that's, because they now have like I don't want to say a blended family, because Yandy didn't have children going into it, but Mandeecees did. So she is now a stepmother to his children, as well as, and then they have children together, obviously. So I do feel like there could be some type of issues going on with the children in the household. So the ones that are adults, I'm not going to speak on the ones that are underage, but the children that are now adults, there could be a little bit of rift between him or her. I think Mandeecees has a boy, I'm not sure, but there could be some rift there between the now young adults that are in their household and Yandy and Mandeecees. So I feel like the children may not agree with all of their decisions that they are making as parents. So one thing that we know, now that I'm a parent myself, is that I give my mother a lot of grace as well as my father, because I understand now that I am a parent what to do and what not to do. Okay. So I do feel like a lot of times, as children, we want our parents to be perfect. We think that they cannot make any mistakes. We forget that our parents are also human and they are imperfect, right? So a lot of times we can, hold our parents to this very high level, to this high moral authority as our mom, as our dad. But then we come to the realization as we grow older, as we get wiser and more mature, and as we have our own families, that our parents a lot of times make a lot of mistakes. They didn't make the right decisions, right? So our job is to not repeat those mistakes. So I say all that to say, I feel like that is what's going on behind the scenes when it comes to Yandy and Mandeecees and their children. Okay, so they could have some risks there where the children are not really necessarily agreeing with some of the decisions that the adults are making. Okay. And I do feel like there's a lot of healing that needs to take place. Okay, they could, and when I say they, I mean Mandeecees and Yandy could be considered. They could consider going to like therapy, maybe marriage counseling, or seeking some type of, maybe even like going on a couples retreat or something that is going to bring them together to heal their family issues. Literally, it says healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, so I feel like this is the children needing to forgive their parents for their mistakes, because obviously they're not perfect, neither are we. Okay, what else? And I do feel like they do have angelic, because if you look at the back of this here, there's like an angel that is watching over them as well as the children, right? So I do feel like God is watching over their marriage, right? Of course, we never want to see divorce happen. Well, at least not me. I'll speak for myself. I never want to see divorce happen. However, does it happen? Yes. You know what I'm saying? I've been through it. However, our ultimate goal is for the family to stick together, and I know that, the creator, when two people come together to make a declaration of loyalty to each other, God is in the midst of that. Whatever God may be for you, whether God is a woman or God is a man, whether God is Buddha, Allah, whatever, however your spirituality, however your religious life is set up. But I'll use the word God just for, I guess, most people identify with that, right? So I do feel like God is watching over the children and their marriage, okay? I just heard God watches over babies and fools. I just heard that. So there could be, the children are just kind of ignorant to what's going on to a certain degree. So they are being watched over. They are being protected here from public scrutiny, public embarrassment. Okay. What else when it comes to Yandy and Mandeecees? What else? All right, so we have this could be the one. Okay, so there could be some doubt here. Whenever I hear the word could, it's not a definite this is the one. It's like this could be the one, meaning there is some type of doubt. There is one of them, whether it's Yandy or Mandeecees, that is doubting the other's loyalty, that could be doubting their feelings for the other, okay? And the card reads, you've already met the romantic partner that you seek. So I do feel like, honestly, it could be either one of them. Maybe Yandy felt like she's already maybe Yandy met someone before she was with Mandeecees, and she may feel like this should have been the husband for her, or this, she could be like backtracking, like, dang, I should have, respectfully what I'm about to say here, because I'm channeling the energy, so I'm going to be honest with what I'm feeling. I'm getting that one of them feels like they had already met their wife. They had already met their husband prior to them meeting each other. And I do feel like they could be doubting that. They could be doubting their decision to be with each other. Okay. Which is really unfortunate, but I do feel like they are working on healing this. Okay. What else? Yeah, release your ex. I'm telling you, somebody is thinking about their ex. And honestly, I know what is being depicted out there in, with like the viral videos. It's like, oh man, Yandy's sticking by her man, and as she should. I feel like if your man is not putting hands and feet on you, like, you know what I mean? If there's no DV involved, then there's always a possibility to work it out unless the both of them come to an agreement and say, listen, we don't want to be with this in this union anymore. I'm not happy, you're not happy, let's go ahead and call it quits. But I feel like when there's children involved, if there's no DV involved, if one person's not putting their hands on the other, there's always a possibility to work things out. Okay. However, I do feel like there is one of them, whether it's Yandy or Mandeecees, that is thinking about their ex. They are hung up on their ex, or there could be an ex that is involved in, like, the energy of the past is involved in their present. And that's really causing a rift between the children, between their union, and how they feel about each other. It has, one or the other questioning how they feel, like, dang, did I make the right decision marrying her? Did I make the right decision marrying him? My ex was a better fit, okay? But this person is being called to release their ex, like, release this energy, keep this person in the past, let the past be the past, okay? Because the time has come to clear your energy, meaning get rid of the past. I do feel like they need to, there's definitely a lot of healing that needs to be done. This person is in despair. I feel like Yandy may have found out something about an ex of Mandeecees, right? With this letter here. This letter could represent like a text message, an actual letter in the mail. It could represent maybe some type of paperwork that came in the mail, or an email, or some type of communication that came in where she's not very happy about this, whatever this is here. Okay, she's not happy about this message. It has her distraught. She feels embarrassed, right? This person is like just in total despair, okay? You don't even see their face. It's like this person is embarrassed. So, yeah. What else? Can I get 3 more cards? Okay, and we have flirt. Yeah, I feel like because he was flirting, I wouldn't necessarily say that Mandeecees is cheating, but he is flirting with other people. He's very flirtatious. Okay, um, or it could even be her too. She may just not be public with her flirting, but who knows, like we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, like, but openly we see Mandeecees flirting with other women, right? He's being very lighthearted with other women. It's almost like he's keeping that door open for other women to step in and disrespect his union with Yandy to a certain degree. Okay, and so the card reads, extend your lighthearted energy to others. Yeah, he's definitely being funny. I feel like this is definitely this is Yandy right here. Okay, and this is Mandeecees flirting with other women. He could be flirting with an ex, someone that he used to date in the past that he hasn't gotten over, and Yandy found out about it. And I don't think it's the person, because the viral video that's going around is about Mandeecees, like allegedly messaging the niece of one of the cast members. I don't think it's her. I think it's someone else. I think it's someone that has been around for a very long time. Someone from their past, okay? Not this new random niece that just popped up. Unless the niece was around from the past. I don't know. Who knows? But let me get two more. Yeah, someone's definitely flirting here. Yeah, finances and career. So the next card is finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life. Yeah. I feel like, you know, in the public, obviously I don't know their finances personally, but publicly, Yandy is depicted to be the breadwinner, right? She has the money. Not saying that Mandeecees doesn't. I'm not saying that he's broke by any means. However, publicly, it's coming off like, you know, Yandy is the breadwinner. This woman here, she's the breadwinner. And she could, there's some type of issue that's going on financially. It's like she's doubting herself. She's doubting this union. She's not happy, y'all. Like, this person is not happy. She is not happy. Look at that. Right? She's not happy. She feels like, and she's being depicted with like wings, right? So this is like someone that she could feel caged or could feel like she's not free. She could feel like she's bounded to this now that she's made this commitment. Because I do feel like Yandy, for the most part, is someone that is very loyal. Not saying that Mandeecees isn't, but she comes off as being the more loyal, the more dedicated partner in this union. And it's like she has wings and she wants to, you know, spread her wings and fly. Not necessarily meaning that she wants to date other people or like leave her husband, but I feel like there is a part of her that feels very unhappy, unfulfilled, and like she's kind of tied herself down in this union to a certain degree. And I can empathize with that, you know, especially if you're with someone and they're like flirting with other women, they're leaving the door open for other women to disrespect you on national TV. Like, oh my God, like I would be mortified. Like, it's one thing to be, you know, we're going through stuff behind the scenes and the public doesn't know about it. So we kind of, you know, can kind of mend it or choose to go our own ways, like amicably, without the public watching. But when you're doing things in the public eye, it's like a different level of disrespect. Okay. Can I get one more? And then we're going to move on to the Lover's Oracle. Can I get one more for Yandy and Mandeecees? Yeah. Come on, girl. You deserve love, Yandy. You are lovable. And I feel like she's very determined to get that as well. Okay. So it says, you deserve love. You are lovable. Oh my God, y'all. And the bottom card is free yourself. That's what I was getting. Like, I was feeling like she feels like a caged bird, right? Like, she's being depicted with wings here, but look how sad she is. It's like this person is caged. They don't feel free to be happy, to be themselves. It's like she kind of has to just not be herself, not be her full self in this union, which is really sad, you know? So the bottom card is, I feel like, is advice. And it also talks about what you don't see coming in the near future. So in the near future, one of them is going to have to make a decision, whether it's Yandy or Mandeecees, or the both of them are going to have to make a decision to free themselves, okay? And I feel like they may think that this is difficult, okay? And free yourself doesn't necessarily mean we're ending in divorce. It just means that we need to be very honest about how we feel, and allow the other person to be themselves within the union. Okay. So it says it's time to take back control of your life. So someone feels like their life is being controlled. It could even be Mandeecees that feels like Yandy is controlling him financially to a certain degree too, with the finances and career. Okay. So he could feel a bit tied down because this unicorn here kind of has like a masculine type of face with like the beard. Okay, this unicorn has like a goatee. So I'm getting masculine energy. So this could be Mandeecees that feels like, yo, I need to free myself. I need to take back control of my life. Like, I can't be my full self. Look at this. We have playfulness in reverse. Look at that. So this card, playfulness, is in the reverse. If someone is not having fun, someone is not enjoying the marriage. And a lot of times I really dislike that the people put this negative connotation on marriage, that once you get married, the fun goes out the window. But it's like the point of getting married is really to marry your best friend, to marry your partner, to marry someone that, you know, cares about you, that is going to respect you, that is going to be compassionate with you, that is going to be loyal to you, and to have fun. You know, you're choosing to share your life with this person. And why not share your life with someone that you know is going to bring you happiness, bring you joy? Okay. Well, I'll take that back. Not bring you joy, but add to your joy and your happiness, because you should already have that within yourself. I don't think anybody should be in a relationship with anyone if you are sad, depressed. You need to work on yourself before you invite someone else into your life. So I do feel like someone in this union needs to free themselves, but it's not hard to do because literally this unicorn is like laying down, right? In this cage that's not even that high. All this unicorn would have to do is stand up and jump over this fence. Like, it's not, I feel like they could be making it to be bigger than what it is, okay? Or they could be putting on for TV and making it seem like, you know, the issues that they have in their marriage is bigger than what it is for TV, because people do that as well. Like, you know, TV is television, right? Telling lies to your vision. So believe half of what you see and literally none of what you hear. Okay. So I do feel like there's a certain level of like flugazy fakeness going on where this person can free themselves, but it's like they're choosing not to. But they are going to have to make a decision in the near future to free themselves in order to be happy. Okay. So we have honeymoon, it's safe for you to love, and heart-to-heart conversations. Yeah, they could be going away together, taking trips together, and just really having heart-to-heart conversations. All right. I feel like Yandy is more so having the conversation. Mandeecees is kind of checked out, because you look at this person's face, it's like this woman is like pleading to him. She's reaching in and leaning in to kiss him, to have this conversation. And he's just not even paying her any mind. He's kind of like looking away from her, like very uninterested, very nonchalant type of energy. Like he's not into it as much as she is. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he needs to be very honest with her about that. Okay. Even if honesty is going to hurt the person, I feel like being honest with the person is always the best way, because I do feel like it frees them to make their own decisions. You know, when you withhold information from someone, it's like you are doing them an injustice as well as yourself. So I do feel like there are going to be heart-to-heart conversations that we may see on Love and Hip Hop. They could do it publicly, or they could be doing it behind the scenes. Yeah, with Give Your Relationship a Chance. Yeah, they're definitely going to work on their marriage. They're going to work on their trust and getting to know each other better. But there is an ex that just won't go away. Okay, and then we have unrequited love. Yeah, it's like unrequited love means like they're not in it. Okay. Yeah, with wedding. The situation involves marriage. Look at them. It's like she's so happy and he's like, look at his face. This man is not happy. Yeah, he's married. Yes, he knows his wife loves him, but he is not happy. I feel like this person is someone that is not in love, and that's why he's keeping the door open. He's keeping an open mind to other women. Look, like he's like talking to other women, allegedly. What I'm saying is alleged, right? Talking to other women, possibly flirting with other women and keeping the door open, because it's almost like he's looking for her replacement. But then another part of him or her wants to work on their marriage, which is so unfortunate. Anyway, so I'm going to move on to the Lover's Oracle, which is these beautiful heart-shaped decks here. All right, so give me a clear message for Yandy and Mandeecees. You know what it is? Yandy is a go-getter. I will say that. I respect it. I respect it so much. You know, she's a go-getter. She's going to go after the love that she knows she deserves. If she decides to leave him, she is very determined to go after the love she deserves. This also is giving me Sagittarius energy, so I don't know if one of them is a Sag, right? With the bow and arrow. All right, this gives me Sagittarius. This is someone that they have their eye on something. They're very focused and they're gonna hit that target, okay? This could also represent Cupid's arrow, right? So someone is shooting their shot. Someone is definitely shooting their shot here. Okay, so let's clarify this. Hold on, y'all. Let me take a sip. Okay. So we have embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Yeah, this is them working on their marriage. Working on their marriage. And it says, when it comes to heart, well, this is the next part that came out for them is, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Yeah. Okay, and the next card that came out is wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Yeah, so I feel like neither one of them is rushing to separate or rushing to, end their union. I feel like they could be, they're definitely healing, all right? And that can come in many forms. I'm also seeing that they could be speaking to a financial advisor that is assisting them financially, maybe on their finances, like if they were to separate, what's going to happen with their finances, okay? And the bottom card says, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart and not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Yeah, someone is just unhappy in this union here, and they're questioning their decisions. They're doubting their decisions. So I really wish the best for them. I really do. All right. So I'm going to move on to angel answers. When it comes to Yandy and Mandeecees, give me a clear message, please. Thank you. Be assertive. Yes. Speak your mind. Take the mask off. Be honest with each other. And I feel like Yandy is she could come off to him like very aggressive, very dominant, and he may want someone that's more, I guess, a little bit more, I don't want to say docile, but someone that's less dominant, okay? Because he may feel a bit intimidated by that. He may not say it, but a part of him could feel a bit intimidated by her assertiveness, okay? Yeah, and ask for help from others. Yeah, so they're definitely seeking counseling. Okay, definitely seeking counseling here. Yeah, with peaceful resolution. I love to see this. whatever they decide to do, whether they decide to stay with each other or leave, I feel like it's going to be peaceful. They could even decide to leave TV altogether. Okay. Um, yeah, they could even decide to just walk away from the TV world and like publicly displaying their marriage, right? But whatever this is here, whatever they decide to do, it is going to be peaceful. So the most peaceful solution possible when it comes to their finances, when it comes to the children, because I do feel like there's love there, okay? You know, people change, people grow apart, but ultimately I feel like there is still love there, okay? So I'm going to clarify this with some tarot. Okay, so the first card came out is Page of Swords. So I feel like this is Mandeecees. Like he could, sometimes he may talk before he thinks, right? Or just speak out of turn, not speak out of turn, but the Page of Swords can sometimes come off a bit immature, right? It could come off like, you know, he may say something that he doesn't mean and he knows like, okay, I've already said it, I've already put it out there and now I can't take it back type of thing. So this is someone that definitely communicates what they're feeling without necessarily thinking about it or thinking about the other person's feelings. Okay. So it could come off a bit mean. Look at that. Yeah. With the Five of Cups, this person, there's a loss here. And the Cup cards talks about emotional. They could also talk about love. So there's love loss. There's some type of love that is lost here. There's someone, and I feel like this is Mandeecees, that is focusing on what he's lost instead of what he still has, right? So this person is focused on these three cups that have spilled over, but they're not realizing that they still have two cups standing. You know, there's still people here that are in your corner that love you, that care about you, but he's so focused on the past that he can't see what he already has. All right. So there's some type of loss here. The fives talks about a loss. What else? Yeah. Many things happening at once. They got a lot going on. The Eight of Wands talks about many things coming at them at one time, which is, that could be a bit stressful. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have people, especially being on TV and like people are commenting on your love life, they're commenting on what you're doing, what you should do. Oh, Yandy, you need to leave him. And oh, Mandeecees, you need to leave her. She doesn't respect you. And it's just so many people have their hand in their marriage. And I think that is part of the problem. Because once you open up your relationship to the public, you know, that's what happens. It comes with territory. So the next card that came out is the Nine of Pentacles. This is Yandy. Financially stable. She's rich. Yandy is rich, okay? She's rich. She is she's able to afford the luxury lifestyle that she wants to live. I feel like the Nine of Pentacles is a woman that takes care of herself financially. She not only takes care of herself, but she has more than enough to take care of the whole family. Good for you, girl. Can't be mad at it, okay? I respect that. The Nine of Pentacles is also representing a single woman, right? So the Nine of Pentacles does represent a single woman, someone that is financially independent. This could be a single woman. The Pentacle cards talks about earth signs, so this could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I don't know if she's any of those signs, but I was picking up on Sagittarius. Now we have Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn being depicted here in the Nine of Pentacles. So this is Yandy. This is Yandy, rich, wealthy. Okay. Yeah. Even if she's not succeeding in her love life, she's definitely succeeding financially. What else? Yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune. Things turning, seasons changing. The Wheel of Fortune talks about a cycle, right? There's a cycle that's coming to a close, but another one is opening up as one ends here, okay? So this could be just, you know, they're going through a phase in their marriage. The wheel of fortune is, on this wheel, you go through different phases, right? This doesn't necessarily mean an ending, but you are going through a phase. Every day, every year of the marriage is not going to be amazing and happy and bliss. You're gonna go through challenges, and I feel like this is one of the challenging times that they're going through, and it just so happens that they're going through this publicly, which is unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, with the hangman, somebody feels stuck. Someone feels stuck in this union. They feel stuck in this marriage. They feel stuck. But I feel like like I said, they're able to come up out of this. The hangman is hanging upside down, but it's only one leg hanging. So he is able to reach up and unhook himself if he so chooses. So I feel like someone is choosing to be uncomfortable. Someone is choosing to be stuck in a place where they are not happy. So, hey, more power to you. You like it, I love it. Okay. What else? Yeah. Choosing not to see, not being honest with themselves. Look at this. This is Yandy. This is Mandeecees, hangman, and this is Yandy. Blind. This woman is blindfolded. She's bounded. Like, her arms are bounded to her sides. Like, this is someone that is in captivity mentally, though, right? The swords talks about your mental, your thinking, communication. So this is mentally choosing to not see something for what it is, choosing to be bound into something that you know you're not happy in, right? But hey, they are both choosing this. So it's not like, one is forcing the other to be there. It's like, if there's any forcing going on, it's both of them. Both of them are choosing to be in a relationship where they're not happy. And hey, it's a phase that they're going through right now. So all we can do is just kind of wait and see what happens. Okay. Yeah. With the temperance. Okay. So I do feel like, there's going to be some balancing out of emotions here. Okay. I do feel like the temperance does talk about the angels. I believe this would represent Archangel Gabriel. Okay, so this is, I feel like, their love being healed, the marriage being healed. They do have a lot of angelic energy surrounding them and their union. So I do feel like a part of them is meant to be with, they are meant to be together. They are supposed to be in each other's lives to a certain degree. Okay, so I feel like the temperance represents them finding an even balance emotionally where they are both fulfilled. Okay, it is going to take time. It is going to take healing. It's going to take them to, if there's any exes that are lingering, you're going to have to cut them off, because it's like, come on, you're married. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't have that. We can't have third parties in your union, because that's not going to help the situation. It's only going to make things worse. But I do feel like there is some angelic guidance. There's someone that's praying for them. I do feel that too. I feel like there's someone that is praying for Yandy and Mandeecees to get through this, okay? Hence, their spirit guides, angels, are watching over their union. So they definitely have people that are in their corner that are praying for them. As much as there are people there are people that are praying on their downfall and praying on Yandy to leave Mandeecees and to walk away from him and all of that, there are also people that are praying for them that do want the best for them, but they have to want the best for themselves. Okay, so that was the reading on Yandy and Mandeecees. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.